You ready to see what I picked up this week? This is this week's toy haul. I'm absolutely wrapped with a few of these. Look at this Devastator, G1 Devastator. Absolutely awesome. That's one of the bots, and that's another one of the bots there for G1 Devastator. Happy to try and build this guy. Hard part with Devastator is that he has extra bits that aren't just the robots, so you've got to try and find those as well. So it's a lot easier if you just buy a complete Devastator, but it costs you a fortune. But I just love the little bots. They go beautifully with the mini bot collection up there as well. So absolutely wrapped to pick up those ones from Shane Goulden. Thanks, mate. As we continue to move on this one, now I've got a Street Sharks collection. It's a vintage collection. You probably saw in my toy room tour video. If you haven't seen that, I've actually got Street Sharks buried in a real fish tank with real sharks swimming around. This is one that kind of got my attention, so I picked this one up off my mate Tyrone, and it's actually a Slamoo with the Super Slam Fist. He's got the bitey jaws as well. This is a modern Street Shark, so the really cool thing about this one is that they've decided to re-release Street Sharks again just recently, and there's actually a bit of a collection on the back there, so I'm interested to see how many of these actually marry up with the vintage ones. I've got a vintage one. I might actually do a video on this one versus the vintage version of this one as well, so pretty happy to pick up the Street Shark. This one, I was at the Outlaw Hot Rod Club swap meet. I did a video on the Harley Quinn car I picked up. I've also picked up this one. So just a little DeLorean. It cost me $10. Absolutely wrapped to be able to put it in the collection. Bit of Back to the Future nostalgia there. Good size as well. Bigger than a Hot Wheels car, but not as big as your 124 scales. So that'll sit nicely on the shelf as well. These ones were a real surprise actually, and I might even do a video and an unboxing on these ones. So if you're into your NBA, these are what they call Hot Wheels Pro Show. Now if you have a look there, you can see that's the Utah Jazz. They come with two little figures. Then you've got this one here, which was the Detroit Pistons, also coming with two little figures. Really, really cool stuff, great for display. And of course the other one I managed to pick up was the New York Knicks, which also come with two figures. On the back you can see, I'm assuming that they have all of the teams. It's going to be a pretty tricky line to be able to collect. I'd love to get Chicago Bulls, I'd love to get the Los Angeles Lakers, but how cool are those little figures? The other thing I really like about these, and I might actually check out a YouTube video or two on these, they come with this little basketball ring that actually flips out the back, and you can play basketball with your little guys. So there you go. I love Space Jam, love baseball stuff and basketball stuff. Just really cool stuff indeed. So yeah, it's really cool to be able to pick those up. The Hot Wheels Pro Show collection, these ones. So keen to get a few more of those. Anyway, that's the toy pickup. Not a bad little toy week. Happy to get the Devastator, happy to get the Street Sharks, the Back to the Future, and those Hot Wheels Pro Show NBA, which I'll be looking for heaps more of. Stay tuned. We'll see what we get for next week. I've got more on the way. Cheers.